What is going on, my friend? It is your boy John Qwik of the Talk That Lingo crew. Will be taught that lingo very fast. And like I always say, it's harder to keep money than to get it. As you all know, I am here with my brother, none other than Talib Bands. Mr. Talib, how you doing, my brother? How is everything with you over in Brooklyn land?
Man, highly blessed, highly favored, highly
As you should
wonderful.
be. As
I
you
cannot
should be,
complain.
as you should be, as you should be. And guess what? I better not hear you complaining. Um, but as we all know, it's harder to keep money than to get it, but we're gonna be getting into some crazy things now. Before we get into the thing that I know that all of you have been waiting for us to come on here and talk about, I want to ask you, my brother Talib,
What's up, man?
are you familiar with this whole FTX fiasco? The crypto fiasco. Are you familiar with any of that?
I have heard a little bit about it.
Okay. Enlighten me on the portion of the story or the situation that you are familiar with.
Well, the portion of the story that's come to light to me is that, if I'm not mistaken, it's been like six of the six real major players in the cryptocurrency business. For
Okay.
some reason, all end up dying,
Okay.
and it all like was like due to people, I guess, like leaving or moving away
Sure.
from crypto. Yeah.
Sure.
I don't know too much,
Okay.
but it did hit me that, like, yo, damn, the top major guys, all this money they had, and now their lives are gone, and they were all like in their mid 30s.
So I will say that you are partially right um about what you're talking about in terms of, big wigs in the crypto space. Some of these big wigs in this crypto space have been unalived by recent events, things that are just it's hard to not to question how this happened, right?
Yeah.
Um However, that is not the story of FTX. FTX, which is also crypto, so which I can see why you may have gotten the two situations or the two stories confused.
Hmm.
FTX was or is a crypto trading software where you
Okay.
can go on to FTX, download the FTX app, and buy and sell crypto, buy, sell, and trade crypto. Um, and FTX was actually run by the CEO. His name is SBF. We're going to call him SBF. I know there's a lot of letters. FTX, SBF. All you got to know is FTX is the platform. S as in Sam, BF as in Frank is the
Mhm.
CEO. All
Copy.
right. And this particular CEO, SBF of FTX, he stole billions and billions of dollars and
Jesus
used
Christ.
billions and billions of dollars of consumer funds to help out a crypto hedge fund that he is also the CEO of. So not only does SBF
Hmm.
own a crypto hedge fund by the name of Alameda Research, he
Hmm.
also owns the crypto platform FTX. Now, FTX, look at FTX as Robinhood, someone like a Robinhood, right?
Hmm.
Um, and then look at Alameda Research as someone like uh a hedge fund, someone who just buys up everything. A hedge fund typically just buys shit. They got so much money laying around that they just go around and they just buy shit, right?
Hmm.
So not only did this guy own something very similar to Robinhood, but he also owned a hedge fund. Now, keep in mind, many hedge funds actually control Robinhood, the
Oh,
actual Robinhood app.
the Robinhood
There
app.
are
Mm.
Yes. So there are hedge funds that control this. Now, obviously, Robinhood is a different entity, it's a business in itself, but
Mm-hmm.
the hedge funds are the ones who provide funding and create different initiatives for Robinhood to bring to the customers, right?
Okay.
So, with that being said, FTX was acting as a crypto version of Robinhood, bringing different initiatives and different crypto spaces to the consumers. This FTX platform was owned by a guy who already owns his own hedge fund. Try to follow me here. I know it
No,
is
no, I'm
very confusing for many
no,
of
no, I'm
you.
following you, brother, because this is what these rich white folks do all the time, and this is how they
Exactly
stay
right.
rich until they get in
That's
trouble.
exactly right. That's exactly right. And speaking of trouble, but before we get into the trouble portion of it, so
Mm-hmm.
SBF, the CEO of FTX, which is the crypto platform, he
Mm-hmm.
owns his own crypto hedge fund. Now, keep in mind, many of these hedge funds, whether it be crypto or any kind of currency, if you own a hedge fund, you have billions and billions of dollars at your disposal. Like you can do whatever you want, when you want, how you want, and how frequently you want to do it. So not only did this guy own a hedge fund, he also owned a trading platform, which is huge because if I take the money from this trading platform and essentially sell it to the hedge fund is able to buy crypto funds for pennies on the dollar. I'm going to explain a little bit further. My brother Talib, say you are a hedge fund, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I am a crypto trading platform, right? As a crypto trading platform, and again, I know we're going to get into some of the things that um, need to be highlighted here, but I need to go over this story because it's a very important story. Because some news just broke about this story that I need to break down for many people who may be watching right now. But say you, my brother Talib, are a hedge fund, right?
Right.
And I am a crypto trading platform. Well, in
Mm-hmm.
order for me to come to market with an app, in order for me to come to market with different crypto coins to be able to offer consumers, I need to partner with you because you are a hedge fund. And what you're going to do is you're going to invest money into me as the crypto platform, and you're going
Mm-hmm.
to allow me to purchase crypto and thus sell it to the consumers. So what happens is this consumers buy crypto that I have already bought with your money since you are the hedge fund, right? And I'm
Damn.
pointing this way because that's where the computer is. I should be pointing this way because that's where his camera is. So you are the hedge fund, my brother, and I am the crypto trading platform that people buy crypto from. Now, in
I'm
order
giving you
for
that,
these
brother.
people to buy this, exactly, you just sending over money because the reason why these hedge funds send over money to these platforms is because they know that they can make triple or quadruple or 10 times the amount that they have provided to the platform. So
And that makes sense.
literally you're buying, as Talib Bands is the hedge fund in this scenario, he is buying crypto for pennies on the dollar. He buys the crypto for pennies on the dollar. Am the actual one processing his buy for those crypto coins. And
Mm-hmm.
what I do with his crypto coins, because he is the hedge fund, what I do with his crypto coins is I list them on my platform, right? I am the platform. Talib Bands is the hedge fund. I list his crypto coins on the platform that I run and I own for
Mm-hmm.
pennies on the dollar that he bought these crypto coins for, and I sell them back to the consumers for everything that they're worth. So Talib gave me $1 million. I
So I
took that
did.
$1 million and bought a Bitcoin with. I bought Bitcoins with this money, right? And I bought Bitcoin for pennies on the dollar. And when I say pennies on the dollar, let's say Bitcoin is worth $1 million, and I have $1 million. but I'm going to buy
Mhm.
multiple Bitcoins with that $1 million. So I'm not going to pay $1 million for one Bitcoin. I'm probably going to pay, I don't know, probably 100,000 per Bitcoin. So if I have $1 million, I'm going to have 10 Bitcoins. But these 10 Bitcoins actually cost $1 million a piece. But I bought them for $100,000, right? So that
Right.
would mean that I could make $10 billion if I sold them to the customers. There's a reason why I'm breaking all this down to you. If I've lost you, make sure you rewind this, because this is going to make sense as I move forward. So now I have $10 million worth of Bitcoin on my platform that I purchased with Talib's $1 million. So now I have $9 extra million on my platform, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here's where the problem came in for SBF.
What happened?
Instead of him reporting that he had $9 million extra dollars on his platform, he only reported that he only had $1 million on his platform. Here's where the scenario gets a little bleak for SBF. The hedge fund manager, who is SBF's wife, she came out and said that she doesn't know how all of this money is sitting on the platform. And that actually tipped the CEO of Binance, who is FTX's biggest competitor. It tipped the CEO off to say, hey, something fishy is going on here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So essentially what happened is Binance helped lead the investigation on FTX. Okay.
Yeah,
And for
being a
a very,
competitor, that
very
was
long
smart.
time, they was the biggest competitor to FTX. So they led the biggest competitor said something ain't right here. Something just ain't right here. I don't know what it is, but something just ain't right here. So they led the investigation on FTX. What they found is that not only were $9 million missing, billions of dollars, close to the sum of $70 billion of consumer funds came up missing. Because again, FTX bought these coins, these crypto coins, on a dollar, on a pennies on the dollar basis. Like literally they pay pennies on like if you were to go to the store and buy a pair of Air Force Ones, how much would they cost you, Talib? I'm curious. How much would a pair of
Air
Air
Force
Force Ones
Ones
cost?
with tax, $100.
Okay. So let's say it's $109 for a pair of Air Force Ones with tax, right? Let's say it costs you $109 to buy. What size you wear? What size shoe you wear?
11.
11. Let's say it costs you $109 to buy a pair of 11 size shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when you go to buy those shoes for $109, the cashier at the Foot Locker, I'm just going to use Foot Locker in this instance, the cashier at the Foot Locker only reports that you paid $4 for the shoes.
Oh, snacks.
So there's $105 left. What do you think the cashier has an opportunity to do with that $105 that's remaining?
Pocket it.
Pocket it. That's exactly right. So essentially what was happening with FTX, billions of dollars was funneling through the platform that he paid pennies on the dollar for. If you can fathom what pennies on the dollar for $1 billion is, think about what pennies on the dollar is for multiple billions of dollars. So that's what he did. He paid pennies on the dollar for multiple pennies in the dollar. Well, I know now I'm confused. So if you're confused, make sure you rewind it back. All right. So essentially what he did was pocketed all of that money, billions and billions of dollars. Not only did he pocket this money, many of the people who put money into this platform were from the US, were from England, were from China. And many of these people found that he was doing negligent shit, right? His headquarters of FTX was initially in China. He initially had a headquarters in China, in Hong Kong. Last year, 2021, he moved his headquarters of FTX to the Bahamas. And the reason why he moved his headquarters to the Bahamas, if you all know about offshore accounts, having accounts offshore, meaning off U.S. soil, that means you have you're in a different tax bracket. You can't be taxed as much. And again, my bad, my brother. I'm definitely gonna get to you, but I think this is very, very valuable information
let
for
them
these
know.
people to know. So he moved his headquarters from Hong Kong to the Bahamas. Again, the Bahamas offshore accounts. I have an offshore account in Saint-Tropez. I highly encourage many of you to get an offshore account, and I will tell you exactly what you need the offshore account for. Make sure you follow this podcast, and we'll get more into that. But essentially, having an offshore account wasn't enough for this guy. He needed to move the entire platform offshore because of the amount of funds that he was stealing from these everyday people. I say all that to say, today marks a motherfucking historical moment in crypto motherfucking history. Today is one of the biggest days in crypto history, almost bigger than Satoshi Nakamoto just vanishing from thin air. Now, if you know, anything that I just said in the last 10 seconds, if you know, I don't have time to explain it, but if you know, you know. And if you don't know, make sure you follow this podcast and we'll get into it more. But Shiitake Nakamura, I think it's Shiitake. Help me out in the comments. What is his name? He had 300 Bitcoin. He vanished. And we know how much each one of these Bitcoin costs. But he has 300 Bitcoin and he has it sitting in a wallet and he vanished. Today marks a day that's just as big as Shiitake Nakamura. I don't know his name. Make sure y'all help me out in the comments.
Help us out in the
Today
comments.
marks a day that's as big as Satoshi Nakamura vanishing with 300 Bitcoins. If you have not heard, SBF of FTX has been arrested by Bahamian police. The police in the Bahamas have arrested FTX. Now, many people were moving as if SBF would not be arrested, and the reason why he would not be arrested, and this is the part where I really, really wanted to get to, Talib. So I appreciate you and your patience for allowing me to get to this point. I know it took a minute. And again, if I've confused you, make sure you rewind back. But these people do not have your best interests at heart. These people will fake to you and act like they have your best interest at heart. And this is my one biggest plight with the black community and then with the Democrats. When I say these people, I'm referring to the Democrats. The motherfucking Democrats, they have received the most funding from SBF. The most funding that they have ever received came from this quote unquote boy genius of FTX, the person that stole billions and billions of dollars from US people. And guess who he was donating to? The damn Democrats. Biden and the Democrats. Yes, you were absolutely right. Biden and the Democrats. He was investing those billions and billions of dollars of free money, quite frankly, that he received to the fucking Democrats. Now, don't get me wrong. I do have an obligation to let you know that he also donated to the Republicans. However, the biggest organization,
and that's all we care about is the biggest lenders, the biggest donors, the ones that took the most money.
The biggest organization that he donated to was the fucking Democrats. So all of you people out there saying, "Oh, we gotta vote Democrat because the The Democrats don't have your best interest at heart. They're lying to you. They're lying. And we as black people, we should not be identifying with either of these parties, Democrat
At
or
all.
Republican,
We
because
need our own
neither of
party.
them have our best interests at heart. And the sad thing, and I'm gonna let you jump in here, Talib, but the sad thing is many of my black friends and folks in the black community think
Mm-hmm.
that the best option of the two is the Democrats, and they are not. They are not. I'm not saying that the Republicans are any better, because I would not come on here and say that.
You know what?
My goal is to let you motherfuckers know that the Democrats don't have your best interest at heart. And that's
They don't.
ultimately what I wanted to get at. This motherfucker and this motherfucker SBF, he's now been arrested. He's sitting in the fucking Bahamas right now, and that's why I got the world right here, because the world was sitting in his motherfucking hands, and then they arrested his ass. And I think you, my brother Talib, were alluding to this is exactly how white people get their wealth. I'm gonna let you jump in at that point. Once again, I appreciate your apology or your patience, but
Man,
go ahead. My apology.
this ain't nothing but another page ripped out of how the white man gets rich in this country.
Facts.
Gets a
Facts.
slap on the wrist because this story is gonna get
Facts.
swept under the rug. And
Facts.
something else is gonna happen big, and ain't nobody gonna care about this man's jail sentence, or if this man even fully gets a jail sentence. You
Facts.
know, these are the type of stories that when you hear it and you look at
Mm-hmm.
who else is attached to it, you kind of feel bad about yourself because they stole your money, looked in your face and lied to you, and then you voted for them.
Facts.
At the same time, these are the same people that go on and say, pardon that, these are the same people that go on and say, oh, well, this
Mm-hmm.
party is corrupt. But by golly, look at your hands. Look at your hands.
Facts.
And again, black people, African American people, we should all have an independent party away from those that have never had the best interest of our mind. They don't understand us. They don't know us. They these politicians don't know nothing about the neighborhood, y'all.
Facts.
They can come down here as much as they want and have a photo op, but the day to day, the ins and outs, the seeing them at your local grocery store, bumping into them at the barber shop, you don't know these folks.
Facts.
You don't. So you give them all this power, and then you're disappointed. You're disappointed about people you don't even know.
Facts.
You give strangers power. I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna give the American people a little advice. When the people used to vote for the mayor, it was someone that was in town and in
Right.
house.
Right.
And when that mayor went on to do bigger things, that mayor made
Mm-hmm.
sure the people saw, and then the media was on it. And
Right.
then when it came to presidential elections, this is how they used to do it. It was because of the fear they had somewhere on the West Coast that got them all riled up and brought the people together.
Mm-hmm.
It was about that baseball game that got, you know what I'm saying? Politicians used to
Right.
do a lot more of a better job at really wanting to get
Yeah.
to know Americans and understand Americans. And I'm gonna tell you this: the neighborhoods that they went to were these white neighborhoods.
Right.
They weren't in the projects. They weren't in the ghetto.
Right.
We don't we don't have any mayors until recently now, but they come from out of state.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have any real mayors that are from the neighborhood up until recent.
Right.
Up until recent.
Right.
So the fact that the American people have to deal with the bullshit that is laid out in front of them versus what it can be is only because of the short end of the stick that we got in this political race.
Mm-hmm.
It most certainly is. It most certainly is. So as long as the people get it together and understand that we're not going to cheat ourselves. We're
Right.
not going to cheat ourselves. I know you. I know my neighbor. We're not going to cheat ourselves. So it would make sense to have our own party. Stop allowing these
Mm-hmm.
corrupt politicians to fool y'all. This
Facts.
is Biden, y'all. Y'all was talking about. Y'all was talking so much shit about Trump. Y'all said all this
Mm-hmm.
bad stuff about Trump.
Mm-hmm. Talk to him.
But Joe Biden is what? The whole Democratic Party is connected to this. It's bad enough Joe Biden and his son is connected to cocaine and then prostitutes and then taking
Oh
money from
man,
China.
talk to him. Talk to him.
And this is actual facts. Like the Republicans don't have to go on a witch hunt for this information. This is not witch hunt. This is actual facts.
Talk actual factual. Talk to him.
These are actual facts. These are impeached facts. The Democrats are taking money from a corrupt organization. Damn. The president's son taking money from foreign land. Well,
There you
God
go.
damn.
There you have it. There you have it. There you have it. I mean, it's just it's unfortunate for not only for the people that lost money in this whole saga, if you will, but it's also unfortunate for Black folks as a community where there are many people who think that the Democrats have, of all the parties, the Democrats have the best interest of Black folks, when
They brainwashed.
essentially those organizations are also run by white motherfuckers who are racist. That is just a fact.
Right.
Racist white people. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's
I
it.
mean, it
That's it.
just no two ways around it. It's just no two ways around it.
You know what?
Go ahead, my brother. Go ahead, my brother.
I just want to say this last thing. I understand people's whole idea about the Republicans and they racist. Y'all, let's stop worrying about all that racist swashbuckles. If you tough and right and a real American, then ain't nobody can be racist to you. They can talk mean and say something, but guess what? That don't affect you because you're stronger than that. Now understand the Republicans just want to make America money.
That's it.
They don't want to give no money away to these foreign lands. They just want to keep the money for us. They want us to make some money too. They don't want the prices to be high. They don't want gas to be high because they like driving too. Come on. That's all that should matter. If you live in the Bronx, New York, you shouldn't be worried about that a Republican is in office. Ain't nobody racist around you. If you live in Texas, you know what neighborhoods to stay away from. But let's understand something. We don't let the media fool you into thinking that everywhere is the way it is. Now, understand that we still do have people that lived in that time. They're still alive, and their behavior is their behavior because guess what? America allowed them to live in that ignorant state of mind for so long that they ain't got nothing else to change about themselves. We just got to wait for these mother effers to die off. That is really it. Time heals all. Let's sum it up. Let's get these Republicans back in house. Get this money up. Let these MFers, time heals all. And then let's marry on and get to a better place than what America can be, y'all. And look what the Democrats are doing. We have some more years with them. And the prices are going to go up.
The prices is going up. Everything's going up.
Bro, I don't even buy Captain Crunch no more, man. They want $10 a box.
That's crazy. That's
$10 a
crazy.
box.
I believe
Captain
it.
Crunch.
I believe it. And I'm not surprised, but I definitely believe it. Let's switch gears here a little bit. In case you were living under a rock, I find myself saying that a lot. And if you listen to the audio version of the podcast, you know I said that a lot. Switching gears here a little bit. What are your thoughts on Brittney Griner being home? Now, I'm calling her Brittney Griner because I think it's funny, especially with this whole scenario. Now, unfortunately, I know that name, Brittney Griner, can have negative implications or connotations to it. I don't care. I think it's funny. But what do you think about Brittney Griner? I'm gonna get her name right. What do you think about the whole Brittney Griner situation? I'm gonna let you cook. Go ahead, my brother.
So I'm gonna say it like this. This is a fact. Brittney, I'm happy you home.
I'm very happy you were home as a Talk That Lingo crew and the Talk That Lingo host and the Talk That Lingo podcast, from everybody from behind the scenes to in front of the camera. We are happy that Brittney Griner is home. I had to get that out the way. Go ahead, my brother.
We are happy you are home. We are.
Absolutely happy you're home.
You're with your family. You where you're supposed to be. I am
Christmas
upset
with your
that
family. That's absolutely right.
Yeah, I'm upset that they turned you into a political playing card. That's essentially what they did.
Facts.
This you're definitely going down in history. Life is not going to be regular for you anymore. I'm sorry about that for you.
That's a fact.
America is going to answer for what they did. Do y'all realize who y'all let free?
What do you mean? Do y'all realize? Because I realize. Because I don't know what you mean by
because the man
what do you mean
that they let free? Y'all know what this man is going to go back to doing now that he's back home? Literally the same shit he probably got arrested for.
Now, he
knows now not to.
No, well, if you have been living under a rock, sorry to cut you off, my brother, but if you have been living under a rock, Brittney Griner, who is a WNBA basketball player, was arrested in Russia. She was playing basketball in Russia because she doesn't make enough money here in the U.S. where she plays basketball. But she's playing basketball in Russia to help generate additional funds for her and her family. She was coming back due to the fact that Russia was at war with Ukraine. And during her passage through the airport in Russia, they found that she had weed cartridges. Now, I don't know if it was THC or CBD, but essentially she was over there for a number of months, damn near too long. She was over there for too long. And
too damn
long. And Russia actually found out that we had a Russian arms dealer in jail over here in the U.S. So what the U.S. did was they traded Brittney Griner for this Russian arms dealer. They traded the Russian arms dealer back to Russia, and we received Brittney Griner. Now, keep in mind that this deal was on the table for months and months, but the U.S. did not decide to move forward with it until recently. And that is what my brother Talib is referring to. Go ahead, my brother. I'm gonna let you cook. Talib, did we lose Talib? Did we lose Talib? Did we lose Talib?
No, I'm still here.
Talib? Go ahead, my brother. I'm gonna let you cook. Talib is still here. Okay.
Yeah, nah, man. Like I said, I'm at home, but at the end of the day, when you look at it from Russia squeezed America. Russia knew they was going to get exactly what they wanted
that
because,
part.
from an emotional standpoint,
Sure.
they knew America was going to feel the pressure of black women on it.
Mm,
They knew the WNBA was going to be pressured because she's an American and she shouldn't even have to be in Russia in the first place. Why couldn't she be out here, making the money? And you know what? No fault to the WNBA because y'all just don't generate enough money to be able to pay these women that. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't happen. But at and at that same standpoint, maybe there should be some type of partnership with the WNBA and the NBA to where you're able to bring some more income in, so now you can pay these ladies, pay these women, so that way they're able to live an affordable lifestyle, a comfortable lifestyle, and not have to go to these countries in order to be able to take care of their families, unless they just choose to want to be able to do that. It's like, oh yeah, I could play in America because they're paying us good now, but I'd rather play out in Barcelona, some far out country like Russia. And to bring it back to what I said is America is going to pay for what happened. You guys arrested a well-known black market arms dealer. Yeah, we know y'all treated him like shit. We know that. That's a fact. America, don't you sit there and lie to me. We know y'all treated that man like shit, and I'm pretty sure that man has good memory. Good memory.
Facts.
So if there was any reason, God forbid, for anything to happen, though, it would be because of how America handled the situation.
Facts.
That is it.
Facts.
Diplomatic or not, Biden, you're a whole president. You and Putin are allowed to have a meeting with each other without everything going crazy. And you mean to tell me within those 15 minutes, you couldn't even have said, yo, I need Brittney here, right? I need to see her here. And then when you saw Brittney there, now she's coming home with us. Where was your American strength at?
Facts. Do you think Trump would have got her home?
Trump's what? Trump would have went there Trump and had her on the jet. Sooner? Yeah, yo, Trump got Rocky home.
Facts. That's a fact. I remember that when he was locked up in the UK or something like that, or
Paris, Who got Trump? Got Rocky home, bro. Trump got.
No, you're right.
Kodak out.
That's right. No,
Kodak was doing time, bro. Yeah, that would have been a phone call, yo, Pooh. That'd have been a phone call, yo, Pooh. The Americans would love if we just brought her back home. For you, Trump, anything. That would have been the conversation.
I agree. I totally agree. I totally agree. Let me ask you
drag that out.
Let me ask you this. Do you think Biden is a good president? And I'm gonna leave the question.
No, he's not. He's a horrible president.
Do you think Biden is Biden a good president?
He's a horrible president. He's a horrible dad, and he's a horrible person.
Let me ask you this. Did you know, and this may be a trivia question for our viewers, but did you know Joe Biden ran for president in 1988? Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that. And he didn't get chosen, did he? Nope.
No, obviously not. He did not.
Yeah, right.
Did you know that when Barack Obama first ran for president, Did you know that he was running against Joe Biden in the primaries for the Democrats?
I didn't even really know. That's how non-significant this white pasty bastard has been.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say many people forget that Joe Biden actually ran for president in 2004, I believe, when Barack Obama initially ran for president. He was running against Biden. And Biden didn't get chose. And then all of a sudden in 2020, he jumps up and says, "I think I'm ready to be president now." No, you think that we're ready for you to be president because everybody had all this shit to say about Donald Trump. Go ahead, my brother. I'm gonna let you jump in there. Did we lose him?
Oh God.
Did we lose him?
No, hold on 1 second. 1 second.
We may have lost Talib, but for many, while Talib is fixing his connection issues, for many of you who don't know, Joe Biden actually did attempt to run against Barack Obama. And we all know how that turned out. But this is now the 4th time that Joe Biden has decided to run for president. Now, I don't know if many of you remember, but when Trump was initially running for president, many people were calling on Joe Biden or Michelle Obama to run. Joe Biden said that he didn't want to run. Michelle Obama said she didn't want to run. It wasn't until after Trump's first term, that Joe Biden decided that he was going to run because everybody was so upset that Trump got in. My question for you, Talib, do you think Uncle Trump is going to win the next election? Because he's running. He's going to run in 2024.
Yes, he is, because you got my vote, Uncle Trump. Yo, Trump, you got my vote. Trump? Hell yeah. It'd be the first time I vote too. He got me to vote for the first time.
Oh, so you didn't vote these last couple times then?
Nope.
Why the hell not?
You know why, bro? Because America is bullshit sometimes.
I'll give you that.
American politics is straight bullshit.
I give you know, that. I'll concede that point to you.
They say, they will say fucking, pardon my language, they will say anything. Yeah. American politics don't care. I've seen American politics not care. American politics showed their true face, like their real true face during those COVID seasons. That early COVID stage. When everybody freaked out and didn't know what to do, the government, you showed it, and I remembered. When they were talking about those dead bodies that they were just leaving, but they don't talk, but hopefully that's in the documentary.
Probably not.
They're not going to talk about how the government left their people up for a whole minute until they said, "Yo, we going to start sending these checks."
Mm-hmm.
The American government got Flint, Michigan.
2 of those checks.
You understand, right? And remember, bro, out in Canada, they been was wilding for their people, but when it came for the money, they was here, take it, here y'all go, and then giving them free healthcare at the same time.
Facts. Oh, they've been giving free healthcare in Canada.
You understand? So when you say, "Oh, why doesn't America make you vote?" Well, these politicians don't make me want to go out and vote for them. They don't go out and say or do enough. And when they do get in these places, they don't even do enough then. They do everything else retarded. Biden has given how much money to Ukraine?
Talk to him.
Flint, Michigan water still messed up, y'all.
Talk to him. And Mississippi. Talk to him.
It's facts. Oh, America needs infrastructure and this, that, and the third. Yo, $500 billion in Ukraine. We need money, America. We need y'all we gotta raise stuff up so you can. But nigga, you just sent $500 billion. But y'all voted for this man. Don't get mad now. Y'all see, I didn't vote for him. I didn't put that atrocity in there. I didn't say, oh man, Trump is such an asshole. He's hurting my feelings. I got to get this old pasty fool in there. No. I said, oh, everyone is mad at Trump. My vote ain't even gonna matter. My vote ain't even gonna matter if we even try to get my vote ain't gonna matter. Y'all really wanted him in here. Y'all really wanted Biden in here. I didn't forget.
Yeah.
Y'all wanted them high prices. Y'all wanted to pay more for gas.
Facts.
Y'all wanted the whole war to be going on. Yeah, y'all wanted Brittney to be stuck out there. That was on Biden's watch. This is who y'all voted for.
To the people. The people need to hear this. Talk to them, my
Who
brother.
y'all voted for? Stay out y'all feelings. And what? America's been racist. America's been, matter of fact, y'all say wild shit out your mouth every fucking day. So what? This white man says it on TV. He's shaking things up in the White House. Y'all say wild stuff all the time. So what? Did Trump
out from now on? I want my president grabbing him by the pussy. I'm just going to be
grab him by the. He said some shit that is on not only men's mind but women's mind because we think fair out here. He wants to grab him by the pussy. Let's not act like there ain't a bunch of women out there that probably want to grab a bitch by the pussy too. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it,
him, my brother. Talk to him.
Y'all get y'all feelings all hurt because Trump said something? Out of everything in your whole day, because Trump said something? America.
Very, very interesting take from you, my brother. You definitely on to something, man. Closing statements, closing remarks, anything else you want the people to know, man, before we get out of here?
And they also want the people to know, I want y'all to treat everybody around y'all with love, compassion, have patience. That's something this world seems to forget to really understand. Patience is not only within self, but understanding it within others. We got to have that, because with that, everything else falls in place. You can heal better, you can love better, you can communicate better, and you can just be a better individual. That's a Hunnit K jewel, and that's a Hunnit K message from us to you. And that's all I have to say. And then some, and that's why you tune back in.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're gonna be right back at y'all with some additional information, man. But as always, it's your boy John Qwik, my brother Talib, right here on my left-hand side. I gotta move my screen to where I'm looking at you at over here, so that way when I point to you, I'm pointing to your actual rectangle over here to the left. I keep pointing over here, but then my arm goes this way. I needed to go this way. You are on my left hand side.
I got to point this way. You're not there, but my finger shows that, like, my God.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out to my brother Talib. Talib, I always appreciate you, my brother. Peace, love, and respect to you and yours, as always.
Yeah.
Double salute, and we're going to get up out of here.
Always, you know the vibes.
Yes, sir. Peace, love, and respect, my brother. Talk to you soon.
All right, family, as well.
Talk that lingo pod. You already know the vibes.
Let me go get this food.